Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like I've taken a bit of a break just to kind of figure out what I want to do and what my purpose is on this channel. As you all know, my name is Dami, Dami Lola, Dami, whichever one you want to call me. But we're gonna go with Dami today. So for today, I am gonna be talking about boundaries. So what are boundaries? Boundaries are expectations that you have of yourself to help protect your personal identity, and boundaries isn't something that is there to put a barrier. It's more of a protective factor so you don't hurt other people and they also don't hurt you. And it's important to have boundaries in different aspects of our lives, and I'm also just learning that in relationships, in romantic relationship, platonic relationship, family relationship, and also our workplace. And when I say boundaries, I'm saying the ability to identify something that doesn't align with your values. If your values are, do not, for example, very random, I don't drink. If you're around people that drink, and if you're around people that are, sometimes people don't necessarily force you to do things, but you feel kind of like peer pressure to kind of do stuff. You need to know your boundaries and know, okay, no, I'm not going to do this, because it's not because you're trying to punish yourself, it's just to protect yourself. Like, look, these aren't things that I'm comfortable with, and you need to learn to say no. And I think for me, I lived my life, I got to a stage where I was feeling very, very frustrated with my life because I was letting life throw things at me, just doing whatever. And I'm going home and I'm sad and I'm like, oh, what's wrong? But then I realized, no, it's because you haven't put that boundary there to protect yourself from other people, because you have to learn to say no, even to the people we love, even to aunties and uncles and mum and dad. You need to say, no, mum, this is how I want to live my life. Doesn't matter if you think it's best for me. Of course, be open-minded to advice, but you know what you're capable of doing and what doesn't really align with you. And also, boundaries are healthy. They're supposed to be healthy. They're not supposed to be a hindrance. Boundaries should never be a hindrance in any way, shape, or form. So I think it's important to learn that in a relationship, if your partner is saying to you, or especially in the early stages, because that's the stage where you're getting to know each other, you need to put boundaries there to ensure that he's keeping up with his expectations and you're also keeping up with yours. And in friendship as well, the same things. And I don't think it changes. It just, the dynamics just change depending on what situation. At work as well, you've got to say no. I can't do this and I don't want to be in this situation. Learning to say no, and when you are saying no, make sure that you aren't doing it in a confrontational way, because I think that sometimes people think, oh no, you're snapping your fingers and getting shot. Just like, look, me and you are not, it's not working right now, and I need to let you know, not judging you, not judging myself as well. It's just okay. And the reason why I always talk about boundaries is because you learn to be responsible and take your power away from people, rather than saying, oh, that just happened, or oh, I just found myself in that situation. You're saying to yourself, I'm taking responsibility for my life, and what I want to do will happen. It's also control as well, being in control. And you can't be in it, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying control in a way of trying to play God, because I do that as well, of trying to play, okay, I know everything. It's just control in the sense where you have a level, a balance of your life where you are able to really distinguish what's important and what isn't. And sometimes we get muddled up and we don't know, especially in these years, our early 20s, our late teens, we're still figuring things out. Because I remember I was saying yes to a lot of things, and now at this age I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing it, because I'm gonna suffer. And you have to remember, you are the most important person, you matter the most. And I'm not saying it in a way that's like, oh yeah, like big-headed or arrogance, or you just have to learn to know that you are very important. It doesn't matter what families say, because you get those, in terms of family, sorry, I'm going off tangent a little bit, in terms of family, sometimes you get uncles and aunties like passing comments about you, and you're like, that's not right. You need to challenge that. You need to learn to be your own self. Do not let people project onto you. Be strong in who you are and how you want people to respect you, because remember, boundaries is all about protecting yourself. It's all about protection, not trying to fight people, not trying to be rude, not trying to be confrontational. It's just saying, look, this is who I am and this is what I expect. Do you meet those things? It's all about aligning with who you are, your purpose, and who you want to be. So I think that's very important. And the last thing I'm gonna leave you with is a book. All right, just leaving you guys with something that I think I want to share, something that I think would really help you. Of course, you know, you're whatever religion you are, and I respect it, but it's important to also self-educate yourself. And this book is an amazing book, The War of Art. You know, I think this really broke a lot of things down to me, a lot of concepts that I wasn't familiar with, and it is such an easy book. Like literally, like when I look at it, it's just like, and then I like to like annotate stuff. I don't know if you can see it through the camera. Like I annotate things and try to think, okay, maybe this is something I need to work on. When I see a new concept that I'm not familiar with, I'm like, okay, we need to implement this. And you're not perfect. That's one thing I'll just leave you with. I read this book a while ago and I don't remember every single thing. I really don't. It's important to just educate yourself and open your mind to certain things, to new mindset, because I think culturally sometimes we don't realize there's more to our lives than our parents have showed us, our friends, our education, whatever. You know, you need to learn about who you are, and I think this is a book I'm going to leave you with. And if you guys have read it, please comment below or like DM me anything if you know anything about this book or if this video has helped you. But the one last thing is, do check out my website www.damilolasworld.co.uk, because I'm just as passionate about my writing as I am about my speaking, and I like if you guys check it out and tell me what you think about it. Is there something I can work on? What topics would you like me to discuss? So God bless you all, and thank you for coming to my channel.